Lincoln Riley backed out of his obligated radio show 2 days in a row and missed practice for the second day yesterday. My good friend is acting as the interim head coach right now. Dennis Simmons, good friend of mine, been all over the place, was at Oklahoma, Washington State, recruited my players for a long, long time. One of the best dudes on planet Earth. He's a salt of the earth. Dennis Simmons, great dude. All right, so having said that, he's the interim coach right now. The last time Lincoln Riley did this, he was in the back stages of working an SC deal, and he missed practice at Oklahoma. So people now are saying, oh, this is what he does. Now, this is not my speculation. My speculation has been for what, Smitty? 6 months I've been telling y'all he's going to be the Raiders head coach.
Been saying it.
So I told you he was going to be the Raiders head coach when he hired Kliff Kingsbury. And I heard from a few inside sources that Kliff will be the next head coach and Lincoln's going to try to entertain an NFL job. Now, as of the last few weeks, if you haven't seen the social media world, there's been tabloids out there saying Lincoln Riley's entertaining NFL jobs. After we've said it on this show before anybody ever said it. Like, let's start paying some homage. Nobody said it before me. Let's keep it real.
Nobody.
I said it first. It got on Cameron and Mace. It got on fucking Dan Patrick. It got on all these different shows. But we don't ever get paid no homage. Anyway, we're good with that, though, Big Smith. We got big shoulders. You know what I'm saying? We carry a lot of weight. Secondly, to address the whole Michigan thing that we're going to get into, if you haven't noticed, I've been calling it out on social media because I don't fuck with Lincoln or Kliff. Kicked them both out of my office several times. Anyway, this guy's in the huddle talking to Caleb Williams. Highly illegal. He's not a 10th coach. Came out in the news yesterday that now that Lincoln was actually missing practice, they're trying to make Kliff a 10th coach. So he can actually do what he's been doing for the last fucking 3 months on the sideline, which is highly illegal. Zach and I were talking about this earlier. So now they're making him a 10th coach, but no issues, NCAA. But you're all on this Jim Harbaugh kick hard. But I haven't heard anything about the USC Kliff Kingsbury being in the huddle. And now you're trying to make him a legal coach and still nothing? Why are you trying to make him a legal coach now after he's been on camera, which is a blatant just slapping everybody's face? Like, it's not like you're hiding the motherfucker. He's in the camera, in the huddle with Caleb as non-coach. He's an analyst. Can't be on the field. Or you can be on the field. Can't be in the huddle, on the sideline, off the sideline, onto the field. So you can't even coach in practice.
Really?
You can coach in practice as an analyst, not hands-on. You can't be in the position. It's only 10 coaches allowed, dog. 10 on the road, 10 on the field, 10 legitimate paid coaches, and then you have analysts. So trying to figure out why we so tough on Harbaugh. But it sounds familiar because this is kind of what I've gone through my whole life. When they don't like you, they don't like you. They don't care about nothing else. They will ignore other wrongdoings of others and go after that one person. So that's what they're doing right now with Harbaugh. So back to the Caleb Williams thing. I said it 3 months ago. I'm sticking to it. I think Lincoln Riley's going to go try to get the Raider job. Caleb would go with him. That's my opinion. Raiders need a quarterback. Last night, I heard that from an inside source that Harbaugh definitely wants out of Michigan because of all this drama. And the Browns are a great spot for him to play against his brother. I said that, I think, 3 months ago. But now the Chargers are one of his favorite landing spots, which makes sense. Herbert, come fix him. Harbaugh would be that guy to fix him. Come over to a ready roster. I think the Chargers pretty much have a ready-made roster.
Yeah.
And he said he's not, and I heard he would go to the Raiders as well. So Raiders, Chargers, Browns would be some spots Harbaugh would possibly go to. But I think he wants out of Michigan. There's only so much you can do. If you don't win a natty, then you didn't win a natty. You got all this different shit. But let's show Kliff Kingsbury, Bailey. I want to see. You got That's Dennis Simmons right there. Good friend of mine. He's an interim head coach. That is highly illegal. He's supposed to be on the sideline. And it's interesting. He has a script in his hand, does he not?
He got some in his hand. He got some paper on his hand. Let's show it again.
It's crazy, dog. Like, it's really crazy to me.
So as an analyst, you can't even be on the field.
Not like you could be on the field, but not interacting with the team. He looked like he has a fucking call script to me. I'm just gonna keep it real. That's a call script. But it's not like I'm assuming right now. We've seen him in the huddle during games.
Right?
Yeah,
we've seen him.
It's not like he's not in there talking to Caleb Williams. I wouldn't be remiss or surprised if he wasn't calling the offense, to be real with you.
Now, if he was calling it, though, we would definitely know that, though. I feel like you know what I mean? Is he mic'd up during the games?
I don't know. Who knows?
I gotta start paying attention now.
Hey, Lucy loves Kliff Kingsbury. Lucy loves Kliff Kingsbury. Lucy is literally defending it. She's like, it ain't a call script. Lucy said it can literally be anything.
I mean, listen, you technically are right, Lucy. It's all fairness.
Lucy, you know what it is? I bet you it's a list of where not to take women.
That's what it is.
It's probably that list. It probably got Applebee's on there. Probably got
K Factory.
It's probably a list that they're going out after. We got the Arizona house. Remember the house with the pool?
Yeah. You silly as hell, JV, man.
I think he's gone, Big Smitty. I think he's gone. I think Kliff's is going to be the next head coach. I still think it's going to be the same system, offensive practice, no defense and special teams, no toughness, no grit. These two both have been the same guy. They're a trend guy. They're trendy guys on offense. They're tempo guys. They want to have great offenses and all that. I'm going to be honest, though. This year's offense at SC has not been impressive as a normal Lincoln Riley offense.
No, it hasn't. I mean, it's been real just pass heavy soup. Like there's not a lot of trickery. They called something that was special during the Utah game, like one of their only early scores, or not only, but one of their early scores in the game. Like, oh, that was a good ass call. It was like a fake. I think it was like a fake play action inside zone toss out to the outside, completely fake the defense. But I need to see more of that. I mean, they're saying you're an offensive wizard. I need to see more of those type of plays. So, we'll see. JB could be right. And
here's where, everybody's talking about the Caleb thing. He's soft. He's got nails. He's this, he's that, he's that. Here's the issue I got, too. I got to be real. Like, I don't think people realize Lincoln Riley quarterbacks have not succeeded in the NFL. And this is why I'm pointing it out. I'm pointing it out because you're seeing the offense become stagnant this year. As to me, if I have the number one quarterback, if I'm the guy that has a Heisman guy that's going to go after 2 Heismans and be in rare company, then I'm doing things to progressively get better to show NFL GMs that this cat is an NFL-ready guy. Not, let's do the same shit, RPO, sprint out of the fucking, get out of the pocket, make these throws across. Like, how about you sit him in there, get some NFL-devised offensive schematics, and let this guy throw on time. Let him sprint out. Let him force the run. If he don't like it, take off. Be him. But, like, same offense, dog. And then you see why Kyler struggles. Baker struggled for the most part of his career. All the quarterbacks who have left. Jalen Hurts wasn't his guy, so stop. He was 3 years tooled up, tutored up, coached up, mentored up at Alabama. Let's just be real. His quarterbacks have never done anything, and they all have some sort of diva mentality. If I'm not mistaken, do they not have some sort of glaring diva mentality over them? Like, I'll just be real. And you either allow it or coach it. There's just no way that you would see Caleb Williams. Let's take the paint and nail shit out. On the sideline, after a loss, sulking like that, or doing the shit that he's done over the last few years, to be honest, different times, winning kind of covers up a lot of horse shit. at Alabama, at Georgia. You wouldn't see it. You wouldn't see it at the old SC under Pete Carroll. You would not see this shit. Let's just keep it real. There's no way in the world that you are not coaching it and allowing it. And then it's funny that your head coach, leader, CEO misses an obligated radio show, misses practice 2 days in a row, and you wonder why your quarterback acts the way he does. Allow it or coach it. I'm just keeping it real. I'm just telling you what I feel.
Can we pull the picture back up though, real quick? Because I'm just curious, because listen, I feel you on a lot of stuff, but the Caleb Williams on the sideline, those three stacked pictures, man, you know how this shit works, JB. A photographer can catch you at one split second of any of these moments and just be, and then use that to try to.
I'm not even
your
tripping
name
on
and your character. Like at the end of the day, he's frustrated because they're losing. I mean,
I'm not even tripping on these three pictures though. I'm not. Those three pictures, I'm not really tripping on. It's just the simple fact that I got good inside sources that played against them last game and basically texted me certain things like, dog, please understand, this cat didn't want nothing to do with us. Like I heard Lincoln Riley. Now I've heard rumors that Lincoln didn't shake Whittingham's hand, but I went on and researched that, and I saw. I don't know if it was this year, but it looks like they hug at the midfield line. I'm trying to make sure because I would hope not. I would hope Lincoln went over and shook Whittingham's hand. If that's really happening, then we got a whole nother issue, and I'm definitely convinced. Here's my issue with USC hiring the guy, and I said it from the jump. And I'm going to stand on it. USC, listen to what I'm telling everybody out there, all my USC fans and everybody out there. USC will never, ever, ever win a natty or be in the hunt and get back to the Pete Carroll era without a LA-rooted cat. You have to have a West Coast LA-rooted individual. If you bring these Midwest and Southern dudes into LA, it might be cute for a year. After that, it's old and everyone sees through you. You don't move through the hood. You don't understand the LA vibe. You don't get it. And guess what? Boosters don't fuck with you. The fan base, your number one market, high school coaches from Cali and LA. You're not allowing them at practice. Only selected few. Well, guess what? The other ones that you don't let in go to Oregon, Wazoo, Washington, all these different places that are losing. We're losing West Coast kids to because we don't have a West Coast coach. And guess what, Smitty? If I'm at Oregon, giving you a little tidbit on recruiting, if I'm at Oregon, I'm like, dog, why would you go to SC? Yeah, it's in LA. You're from LA. I get it. But your coach ain't from LA. Your coach, we got 7 LA coaches at Oregon right here. It's like being at the house. So you know what I'm saying? I'd be using that against you all, motherfucker. I've done it before, Smitty. Like, dog, who cares if you go play at home? I'm from there, but I'm not coaching there. I'm coaching here, but we got all the homies from the hood here. Right. So come fuck with me. Come Phil Morgan. You'll be more comfortable here in Oregon with your LA Cats than you would be in LA at SC with a bunch of fuckers from the Midwest that don't understand how you move.
But JB, I gotta counter that. Though, because we've seen too many examples at too many schools where coaches who are not from that area or whatever go there and have success. Like, you mean to tell me hypothetically, if Saban left Bama to go to SC, he wouldn't turn that program around? He couldn't bring a natty to him? I don't believe that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I understand what you're saying. If you have a guy who's from the actual area that can help from inner city recruiting, I'm not crazy to say that. But to say it's necessary to have that to win a natty, I don't know if it's necessary. I just think you need a certain type of coach. It's more of a personality.
Look who's won at SC. Go look at the cats that have won at SC. All LA rooted, bro. Tell me a guy that's not from LA that's won. Tell me a guy at UCLA that's won that's not LA rooted. Both coaches are LA-based cats. Terry Donahue, Bob Toledo, LA-rooted cats. UCLA's most historic coach. Red Sanders. Go back to when my uncle played at UCLA. LA Compton native. Red Sanders. I go back. I can go back as far as you want to go. John Robinson. One of the greatest. LA rooted. His son's a good friend of mine. He's coaching the JUCO here in LA. Hackett struggled for the most part. Larry Smith struggled for the most part. I mean, let's be honest. There's so many. There's so many.
I hear you. I mean, but
it's not about just recruiting LA kids, though. It's about at SC or UCLA, you got to understand the movement here. It's too big of a place. You go up to Oregon and be in Eugene, and where are you going? Medford? Yeah, I'm gonna go Medford to fuck around tonight. Like, where the fuck you going? Portland? Come on, man. Like, you have to understand the movement of these cats to not only keep them, but to retain them and recruit them year in, year out. And then you got to have that swag and that vibe, in my opinion. You can't ignore your fan base, homie. Being a Midwest cat, there's a reason why you ignore the LA fan base. You're scared of them.
I agree with that part. You gotta have a swagger. You gotta embrace the culture of LA. You have to.
I'm walking that motherfucker like this, Big Smitty. First day, I'm walking like this with a goddamn tie, with this shirt on.
Right. No,
it's about to get turned up.
I feel that 100%. Him not allowing coaches to come in and watch practice is crazy as hell to me. Him not embracing the culture, the city, that's crazy to me. I agree with all that. But to me, I think it's more of a personality trait of a style. It's not like you just have to be from LA. I think it's like, fuck, you just got to have that it factor that we always talk about. That same it factor we talk about.
There's one guy that I believe will come to SC and win, and that's not from LA. And that's Urban Meyer. That's the only guy in America who's not from here that could come here and win.
And why is that?
Because he has that. He's a recruiter. He can recruit nationally. He understands it all. But that's one guy, I'm telling you. One. That's it. That's it. I'm putting him over Saban in LA because of age, number one. B, telling you, dog, there's a reason Saban's not fuck with this out here because he's been offered some jobs. He don't want to fuck with this LA lime life. He don't want to fuck with this Hollywood fast-moving shit. Urban would do it and would succeed instantly. So I'm saying right now, Urban's the only cat. And I think because remember, it was strongly considered him taking it when Lincoln got it. So I would not be shocked if they throw the house at him. If they throw the house at him, I wouldn't be shocked. But that's my take on Caleb. I think Caleb and Lincoln are out of there. And I think Lincoln's paving the way because I think LA's gotten too much for him, too much on him. I believe he's bitten off more than he can chew. He was a big fish in a small pond at Oklahoma, not only in Norman, Oklahoma, small area, small town. You are the fucking god if you walk into a store. Here, motherfucker might bump you out the way and get your guys in line, homie. Like, they don't know who you are. They don't know who you are at Walmart, motherfucker. Hey, dog, get in line. They arrested Christian Olave yesterday at 30 miles over the speed limit. Can't wait for Jeff's take on that. Jeff's pissed off. He said, why are we arresting cats 30 miles over the speed limit? So we'll have that debate. But he said, I play for the Saints. The cop said, that's what they would say to Lincoln Riley in LA. And guess what, dog? My homie, Dennis Simmons, my boy. But he ain't got no hood pass, dog. He ain't taking Lincoln Riley into the Nickerson Gardens.
So you basically saying the coach got to be from the hood?
He ain't got to be from the hood. You got to have a cat on your staff, though, that can give you a pass. Pete Carroll, guess who he used?
Who?
Freeway Rick, my mentor, Coach Ward. My boy, I ain't going to say my boy's name, but runs the Nickersons. My homie. Myself. Midnight going into Nickersons to get the best players in America, dog. In midnight back in the day, going into the Nickersons. And guess what? The whole Nickersons was out. Motherfuckers was out at midnight. That's when they come out. They don't come out at noon. They come out at midnight.
Right.
So Carroll walking in there chewing his bubble gum, homie. Like, because he had that pass. He had that pass, though. And once he had that pass, he could go to any hood. Freddie Mac, shut your bitch ass up. Motherfucker, you don't know nothing. Shut up. So I'm just trying to say, I'm trying to keep it real because all you motherfuckers out here that don't know, Freddie Mac, you need to call in, and I'm going to have the homie call in, and then we'll say if it's cap or not. And we could do it right now. Because I'm tired of hearing your fucking bitch-ass mouth. Run your mouth like you know a motherfucker, homie. I ain't the one. You don't know me. Shut the fuck up. I am so tired of fucking pussy talkers through the social media and through this fucking keyboard because they're so soft. They wish they could be us. And that's why they say cap or whatever the fuck y'all say.